And now he's in. They're in the gate. And they're off. In the 35th Breeders' Cup Classic, and some crowding down inside. Roaring Lion and Catholic Boy both took the worst of it. Mendelssohn sent hard out after that lead. It's Mendelssohn in front, bias for the first time. McKenzie's right there, and Thunder Snow down inside. West Coast is forced outside by his stablemate as they race for the clubhouse turn, and it's Mendelssohn in front. McKenzie moves up to be second on the outside. West Coast is wide into the clubhouse turn, racing third. Thunder Snow gets a great spot down inside fourth. Pavel's not far behind, running in fifth. Accelerate from that outside post is three wide, while sixth. Roaring Lion moves up from the inside seventh. Catholic Boy is wide in eighth. Mind Your Biscuits four wide, racing in ninth. Axelrod is 10th by three, and then it's Gunnevera 11th by another four. Then we come back to Yoshida, who's just out of Discreet Lover, and late running Lone Sailor is the last of them all. The pace is fast, 22 and 3 to a 46 and 2 half mile. There's 5 furlongs to go. Mendelssohn is the leader, but there's plenty of company from a Bob Baffert duo of McKenzie and West Coast on the outside. Thunder Snow is still tucked away toward the rail. Accelerate is given a nudge up to be fifth on the far outside. Then it's Pavel racing sixth. Axelrod is seventh. Mind Your Biscuits is coming with his rally, trying to go past Catholic Boy. Gunnevera is kicking in from the back of the pack. He was outside. Now he's inside, and Yoshida's following him round the far turn. Lone Sailor's trying to pick it up as well as they race for the top of the stretch. Mendelssohn is still in front. Mendelssohn comes to the top of the stretch. Here comes Accelerate down the outside. Thunder Snow's net set to strike in behind. They're off the turn. They're into the stretch. Mendelssohn, Accelerate. Thunder Snow trying to split those two as they come to the final furlong. Yoshida continues to close. Axelrod and Lone Sailor and Gunnevera by the eighth pole in the Breeders' Cup Classic. It's Accelerate in front. Thunder Snow continues to battle. Gunnevera continues to close. Yoshida's on the outside. They're coming to the wire. Accelerate trying to hold, and he does. Accelerate wins the 35th Breeders' Cup Classic. Gunnevera was second. It's tight for third between Thunder Snow and Yoshida.
Accelerate in the Breeders' Cup Classic to give John Sadler his first Breeders' Cup victory and some redemption. With the bettors making him the favorite in the end, he certainly had to earn it.
How good does that have to feel for John Sadler? Breeders' Cup Classic win times 10, getting the monkey off his back in the biggest race run here at the Breeders' Cup, and Accelerate didn't have an easy time of it, but man, Gabby, he gutted it out.
Well, let's talk about this pace scenario. I mean, we have very rarely seen fractions like this, 22 and change, 46 and change, I think, for the half. I mean, they were rolling up front.
Number 14,
and it
Accelerate
really
was
did create a perfect situation for Accelerate.
Yeah, there was some crowding toward the inside of the gate in particular. Looked as if Catholic Boy and Roaring Lion kind of got shut out a bit as a hazard of the break, with a couple horses kind of jostling there, in part, I think, with Mendelssohn toward the outside, just quarter-horsing it quite literally out of the starting gate.
And a gutsy performance by Thunder Snow. Gunnevera picking up the pieces. Thunder Snow showing that stamina from the inside to grab the shodo, I believe here, although it was a photo for third. But Accelerate gets it done, 5-2 favorite. Lots of people, including myself, a little bit skeptical. But you have to be skeptical against the favorite sometimes. This is one favorite, though, that got the job done, and he certainly deserves it.
Joel Rosario will take the weekend with 2 Breeders' Cup victories yesterday, including a very promising 2-year-old and game winner who, well, could be the early favorite for the Kentucky Derby, and now the winner of the Breeders' Cup Classic. Accelerate with Joel Rosario. John Sadler has to be so relieved, in addition to happy, over this victory. Lot had been made out of the numbers. He never seemed to take it too much to heart. He always said, I'm proud of the performances of the horses I brought over here, and I think one of these days there'll be one with my name on it.
How about this year in general about bucking those types of trends? I mean, it started with Justify, never have raced at 2, and the winning the Kentucky Derby. After that, we see John Sadler going over, Enable coming from the Arc to the Breeders' Cup. It's been such a tremendous weekend.
So what makes horse racing great? All the storylines, all the possibilities in each race coming in of what we think might happen, and then the results speak for themselves. And Accelerate Going to be interesting. I mean, Justify's got to be the horse of the year probably because of the Triple Crown, but this horse put himself even further in the conversation because he's had an incredible year, and Justify never made it past the Belmont, never faced older horses. I don't know, as a voter, I'm going to have to really sit back and think about that one.
It has to be analyzed. It'll be debated, but there's no question about older horse at this stage. Accelerate wins the prize in the day and the second half of the season, to be sure, with his performances on the West Coast and here today at Churchill Downs. Accelerate and Aronis Racing taking the Breeders' Cup Classic, a 5-year-old son of Lookin' at Lucky. And as they trot back to the winner's circle for you head-to-head players, there wasn't a whole lot that separated them at the end in terms of the wagering. Thundersnow was 14-1. Mendelssohn was 13-1. And Thundersnow edging out, winning the photo with Yoshida for the show spot. Mendelssohn was a little farther back, finishing in 5th. But an outstanding performance and a fitting way to end what has been an amazing 2 days of championship racing. We still have one race left to go, Joe, here at Churchill Downs, and still plenty of daylight and sunshine. And certainly we've warmed things up from the way we started it, but hats off to all the performances that we've seen over the last 48 hours.
And it's hard to hear from those who are tuning in, but the roar of the crowd, both for Enable winning the Breeders' Cup Turf and for Accelerate winning the Breeders' Cup Classic. What a tremendous weekend and what tremendous performances we have seen.
Joe, I just want to, you didn't hit, I hit, but incredible handicapping, and for a moment I thought Axelrod was going to give you the thrill. He ran a big race. He was poised to pounce, and that's all you can ask for.
The distance probably got to him. It's a horse to watch next year. That's what makes this so much fun, too, is you see these 3-year-olds that are going to advance into the next season, and we start all over again with the road to the Triple Crown, the road to the Breeders' Cup. I mean, every week, month, year, something different in horse racing. That's what makes it so great.
There's more to come, as I mentioned, but for the entire team that was with us throughout the 48 hours, we do want to send our thanks to Breeders' Cup Churchill Downs, and particularly the crew who's been working so hard behind the scenes to get us to and from the stage and everything else involved to make this couple of days possible. Our sponsors as well, including twinspires.com, who will provide us the prices shortly after the conclusion of the Winner's Circle ceremony. And remember, stick around. We still have race number 12 coming up.
Your Keeneland Sales graduate results for the Breeders' Cup Classic is brought to you by Keeneland's November breeding stock sale, beginning November 5th through the 16th. And the winner's circle is Accelerate, the 5-year-old son of Lookin' at Lucky from Issues by Awesome Again. Owned by Aronis Racing, trained by John Sadler with Joel Rosario. The time was 2:02.93 seconds. Accelerate